I want to make sure everybody watching right now can hear me tonight. So if you can hear, I want you on Facebook to tell me, yes, you can hear me. If you are on Periscope, I want you to tell me, yes, you can hear me, because I need y'all to really hear what I got to say. Okay, so I see we're on Periscope. I see we are good here. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, so we can hear on Periscope. Okay, so here's the deal, y'all. So tonight, I had planned on being here at the house. I'm sitting here. I'm testing live streaming equipment. I'm working on stuff. I got to go to Cincinnati tomorrow to give a speech. I got to speak to the Prince George's County 100 Black Men on Saturday. And so I was going to, binge watch a couple of shows and just sort of mind my own business. But then one of my Twitter followers sent me tonight's segment on Laura Ingram's show on Fox News, where they were talking about Spike Lee's comments blasting Donald Trump in cons. Okay, so that's what they were doing. It was a 7-minute and 7-second segment, and Laura's guests were Kevin Johnson. You've seen him, black conservative. He's a Fox News contributor. And Leo Terrell, civil rights attorney. Okay, so those were his guests. So I'm watching this segment. And Laura, first of all, the reason I'm not playing you the clip, because this is also on YouTube. Fox News may flag it, and so I might get doxxed. So I'm like, you know what? Don't worry about it. So go to my Facebook page, go to my Twitter page. I posted the link. You can see the segment. So they start off the segment where Laura is upset because of the language that Spike Lee used, calling Trump an MF. Leo Terrell responds by saying, really? You get mad at Spike Lee when Donald Trump has used coarse language and curses? And then Laura, realizing, well, that was a stupid way to start the segment off, goes, well, okay, well, let's not talk about that. No, you brought it up. And so Leo just simply hit her back on that one, okay? But this is the one that was a trip. Laura Ingraham, y'all, she actually took offense to Spike Lee saying black people built America with free slave labor. Laura then says, I got to read this for y'all. I got to read it for you. It's just so you think I'm not, making this thing up. Laura said, point blank, quote, let me find it. She said, I'm telling y'all, I'm still laughing about her statement. She said that America was founded on freedom. Yeah, she actually said that. Y'all, I'm seriously, y'all, she actually said that. America was founded on freedom. Really? Really? Freedom. No, this was the quote. America was built on this crazy idea of freedom. No, Laura. America was literally built by slaves. Here's American history, Laura. America had no economy other than slavery. Slavery funded the Southern economy and the Northern economy. Funded. Yeah. 243 years of sanctioned, legalized slavery. That's what created the economic system in America. In fact, Gerald Horne argues that the colonies, that slavery was a significant part of the revolution because they feared the Brits were going to eventually abolish slavery. Book number 1, Laura, you should read. The Counter-Revolution of 1776. Slave Resistance and the Origins of the United States of America by Gerald Horne. He's a professor at the University of Houston. Feel free to book him so you can understand the history of slavery in America. Now, you actually said that as if people who look like me were free. So, Laura, how can America be founded on freedom when black people were not free? That was the basis of Spike Lee's comment. So how can you deny what is factually correct? Another book for you. Let's see here. Here's a book, Empire of Cotton, by Sven Beckert. Empire of Cotton, A Global History. This book, Laura, look at the book. This book, and I've interviewed Sven on my TV1 show, talks about how cotton became the dominant crop in the world and how America was able to become an economic superpower because it dominated cotton globally. How was that cotton picked? Who did it for free? Black people, which is what Spike Lee was talking about. Laura, Empire of Cotton. Well, maybe that's not good enough for you. Okay. I got another book for you, Laura Ingram. Since you have no understanding of American history. Okay? The Have Has Never Been Told. Slavery and the Making of American Capitalism by Edward E. Baptist. I've also interviewed him. And in this book, Laura, he details how slavery is actually what established capitalism in America. You were talking about freedom. This book details how black people, people of African descent, actually cheap, free labor is what gave America the economic power to be able to dominate the Industrial Revolution. Without slavery, without free labor, America cannot become the richest superpower in the world. Spike Lee was right, Laura. What the hell were you thinking? Okay, that's that book. Let's see. I'm not quite done yet. So, you talked about freedom. Really? Okay. How about this? Bind Us Apart, How Enlightened Americans Invented Racial Segregation. Nicholas Giat. I also interviewed him. And in this book, he talks about how individuals who were elites, yes, the rich in the country, Republicans and Democrats, didn't matter. They said, we're going to create this system called segregation. That's what this book says. So how could America be founded on freedom if the people who were driving the economic engine, Laura, were not free? Yes, Bind Us Apart. Put him on your show, but I'm not done yet. And as you see, Laura, I own all these books because, see, I'm not clueless, all right? You want another one? How about this one? Great book here. This is called Rough Crossings, Britain, the Slaves, and the American Revolution by Simon Schama. Haven't interviewed him, but I got the book. It details slavery and the Brits and the American Revolution. You said America was founded on freedom. How can America have been founded on freedom when the people in this book were not free who were black? No, Laura, America was founded for freedom for white people. America was founded as a country for rich white landowners. That's what America was. Oh, I'm sorry. You think I'm wrong? Okay, got another book for you. It's called Dark Bargain, Slavery, Profits, and the Struggle for the Constitution by Lawrence Goldstone. I've interviewed Lawrence as well, Laura. I own this book. Here's the piece. In Dark Bargain, he details how the United States Constitution, how every major significant fight in the U.S. Constitution was driven by slavery. Yes, every single one. The Electoral College was a compromise. Guess what? A slavery compromise. He details in here how there was this constant fight, this battle between the South and the North in the creation of the United States Constitution over the issue of slavery. Oh, but let me help you all out. The black conservative on her show tonight, Kevin Jackson, a complete idiot. This is what he said when Leo brought all the Three-Fifths Compromise. Kevin said this. The Three-Fifths Compromise was to give humanhood to black people. A black man went on national television and actually told civil rights attorney Leo Terrell that he was wrong about the Three-Fifths Compromise and that the Three-Fifths Compromise was designed to give humanhood to black people. Kevin, you are beyond stupid. Do you not understand that the Three-Fifths Compromise had nothing to do with humanhood? It was a compromise because the North, in the creation of the Constitution, did not want the South to have numerical advantage. So therefore, they counted slaves as 3/5 of a human for the purpose of delegates, for the purpose of the House and the Senate. That is what the Three-Fifths Compromise was, Kevin. You actually were dumb enough to go on television, on Fox News, and say it was about, quote, to give humanhood to black people. And Laura, you didn't even have the common sense to correct him? We all learned that in basic history, in elementary school, middle school, high school. I assume y'all went to college. How do you not know that? Seriously. Do you know how basic that is? Three-Fifths Compromise. We all know that. And this fool actually said, oh no, that's not what it was about. It was about to give black people humanhood. Okay, Kevin, explain this to me. How exactly did the Three-Fifths Compromise get around to giving black people humanhood? I'll wait. I'm still waiting. How? So the Three-Fifths Compromise, if the Three-Fifths Compromise, Kevin, gave black people humanhood, that was in 1787, right? Right? When did slavery end? 14th Amendment. When was it passed? Nearly 100 years later. Please tell me where the humanhood came from. I'll wait. They counted 3 out of every 5 slaves as a person. Kevin, let me help you out with that. Every 3 out of 5 slaves was a person. That means to make up one person, 3 out of 5, that was a person. So Kevin, where was the humanhood in that? And Laura, you didn't even correct him. That's basic American history. Laura, you said that America was founded on this crazy idea of freedom. Please explain to me, Dark Bargain. Please explain to me how the creation of the Constitution of the United States of America was driven by slavery, was driven by oppression, was driven by degradation, was driven by demeaning people of African descent. In fact, Laura, please tell me, I got the American flag behind me with black faces on it. Please tell me, please, the 3rd stanza of the Star Spangled Banner. You know, the song that's sung when this is being raised. Please tell me if that 3rd stanza was about freedom for people of African descent. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. The seminal book by W.B. Du Bois. It is called Black Reconstruction in America, 1860 to 1880. Now, even though Reconstruction is considered to be 10 to 12 years, for Du Bois, he laid it out over a period of 20 years. If America was founded on freedom, Laura, why was this necessary? The Reconstruction Amendments, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. If it was founded on freedom, why were they necessary? If it was founded on freedom, Laura, why was the 1860 Civil Rights Act necessary? Please tell me. If it was founded on freedom, Laura, why this book by Charles Ogletree? Why this book? You know what it's called? All Deliberate Speed, Reflections on the First Half Century of Brown versus Board of Education. That's what this book says. This book right here. So if it was founded on freedom, why was the Supreme Court decision in 1954 overturned Plessy versus Ferguson in 1896? If America was founded on freedom, Laura, please explain to me the Dred Scott decision in 1857. Please. I'll wait. I'll wait. Please. It was founded on freedom. Laura, if America was founded on freedom, please explain this book, Slavery by Another Name, The Re-Enslavement of Black Americans from the Civil War to World War II by Douglas A. Blackman. If America was founded on freedom, Laura, please explain to me the Great Compromise of 1877, which put in place Jim Crow, which led to 92 years of slavery without shackles. If America was founded on this idea of freedom. How in the world can you even remotely say that? If America was founded on this crazy idea of freedom, Laura, why was there the Double V campaign, victory at home and victory abroad? Please, what was the purpose of that campaign? Which is led by black newspapers. Yes, the Double V campaign. It was about defeating fascism and Jim Crow here in America. Please tell me, America was founded on freedom. Why was there a need for the black freedom movement? What was the purpose of the 1964 Civil Rights Act, a 1965 Voting Rights Act, 1968 Fair Housing Act, if America was founded on freedom? I just want to know that. See, this is my problem. See, y'all need to understand. Fox News won't call me. Fox News won't call me. I did Megyn Kelly's show a few times only because when they got rid of Roger Ailes, they told her, hey, what do you want? She said, let's book Roland Martin. Fox News wouldn't have me on. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm not scared. I'd love to go on. I'd love to debate anybody. Tucker Carlson won't do it. Laura Ingraham won't do it. None of them will do it. Sean Hannity damn sure won't do it. And see, what angers me is I don't mind you having people on the air who disagree with Spike Lee. That's fine with me. But don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie to your audience and the person at home is going, hey, that's it. That actually happened. No, it was a lie. That's what bothers me. What bothers me is when you have people who go on and lie. Y'all say go on to 5. The 5 won't invite me. That show outnumbered. They won't invite me. I'm telling you. I would love for the new CEO of Fox to say, yo, book them. See, I have no problem engaging in debate with anybody. Fox and Friends, any of them. I don't care. I'll debate any of them. But don't lie. And don't lie, Laura Ingraham, to your audience. Laura Ingraham, you owe your audience an apology on tomorrow's show for lying. America was founded on the subjugation and the oppression of people of African descent. That is an undeniable fact. People of African descent did not get to experience freedom the way white Americans did, Laura. It wasn't freedom for Native Americans either. It was freedom for rich white landowners, Laura. That's what Spike Lee was talking about. And when you lie to your audience and just give them something that is just factually incorrect, it's shameful. And Kevin Jackson, what kind of black man are you to actually say the 3/5 compromise gave black people humanhood? Are you outside of your mind? Folks, we need truth. We can debate opinions. We can debate other things. But what I cannot tolerate is to watch television or listen to radio and hear people just flat out lie and make stuff up and let it slide as if everything is good, as if everything is just fine, no issues. We're perfectly, it's all gravy. It's not. So Laura, if you would actually like real American history, call a brother. And if you're afraid to call me, book Gerald Horn from the University of Houston. If you're afraid to call me, book Dr. Greg Carr from Howard University. They can instruct you on actual American history. Please, if you want to book them, book Douglas Blackman. If you don't want to book them, please, by all means, book Lawrence Goldstone. The book is Dark Bargain. If you don't want to book him, please book Rough Crossings, Simon Schama, Britain, the Slaves in the American Revolution. If you don't want to book Simon, please book Nicholas. The book is Binding Us Apart, How Enlightened Americans Invented Racial Segregation. If you don't want to book him, please go ahead and book Edward Baptist, who did the book, The Half Has Never Been Told, Slavery and the Making of American Capitalism. And if you don't want to book him, go outside of the country and please book Sven Beckert, Empire of Cotton and A Global History. It's not that hard to read. It's not that hard to learn. It's not that hard to study. But just do me a favor. Don't make shit up. Because that's an abomination. Just like slavery was. Not freedom for us, Laura. It was oppression for 243 years. And we still endured the hatred, through the period of Reconstruction. And then we endured it again for another 92 years with Jim Crow being put in place with the Great Compromise of 1877. The reality, Laura, is for 351 years of American history, Black people were not free. We became technically fully free Americans in 1970, after the Civil Rights Act, after the Voting Rights Act, after the Fair Housing Act. Yeah, Laura, that's American history. At least fake reading something factual. And Kevin, you're an embarrassment as a Black man who doesn't even know the 3/5 compromise. My 14-year-old nieces know about the 3/5 compromise. But I guess that's what gets you paid today as a Black conservative on television. Folks, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Roland S. Martin. Please share this video with all of your friends so people can actually learn true American history and how it impacts us present day. Follow me on Facebook as well. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. We got about 141,000 subscribers. I want us to hit 200,000. Thank you so very much. I got to go. Class is no longer in session.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
MSNBC had reached out to me, wanted me to come on, talk about Kanye West and his comments about Trump, but I was booked and was unable to do so. So let me just go ahead and cut to the chase and break this thing down for you. I have been in media for a long time. Went to communications high school. That's what I focused on in high school. Majored in journalism in college. So when you hear me say game, recognize game, I know what goes on here. And so you have to understand, y'all have heard me talk about this for so long, which is why News One Now is so important. You've heard me talk about narrative. You heard me talk about who sets the narrative and all of those things. So here's the deal. Black Republicans are treated with this weird fascination, but they're not weird. I know lots of Black Republicans. People were shocked when I would have Eugene Craig, Elroy Saylor, Angela Saylor, J.C. Watts, Kim Klatchik, Brandon Cooper, Gianno Caldwell. I mean, I can go down the line, the other Black conservatives we had on News One Now. There's nothing new. But what you have, though, is, especially conservative media loves, they love this whole deal of the Black conservative who is there to trash Black people, who's there to condemn Black people. So that's why Larry Elder, Jesse Lee Peterson. Now you had Crystal Wright, GOP black chick on Twitter. Then of course that's why you got now Candace Owens. Oh my God, all the rage. So the quickest way if you want to make money, trash black people. It's not hard. It's an old game, and we've seen the game. We've seen the game. So media is like, oh my God, Kanye West. Now, I've met Kanye West one time. He was signing albums, I think at a cell phone store in Arlington, Texas, some years ago. That's it. Kanye West really is not important when you begin to talk about politics. It's not. I don't know exactly, haven't heard Kanye West weighing in on politics, social issues, things like that. So to me, he's not Common. He's not John Legend. He's not any of those guys. He's just not. But you have to understand how the game is played. All of a sudden, it's like, oh my God, you hear what Kanye West had to say? Yeah. But no bearing. T.I., he's been out there. Jay-Z, he's been out there. I mean, I can go down the line of hip-hop artists who actually have something to say about public policy. But what you have to understand is how the game is being played. See, mainstream media loves black pathology. Because black pathology is in terms of just how black folks have been viewed. Oh, bring up black people. People go, Chicago. They don't have fathers. So that's it. That's the answer to Chicago. Okay. You have to understand what's at play here and the games being played. See, there's certain black people media folks don't want on the air who can cut through that nonsense. Many of you read my tweets where I dissected Jason Whitlock's column in the Wall Street Journal. Don't lose sight of this. He works at Fox Sports. They put his column in the Wall Street Journal. He gets booked on Tucker Carlson. So now Jason Whitlock becomes the Black Whisperer. But if you read his column, his facts were wrong. He was ostensibly, he's writing about Kanye West. And he was talking about liberalism and how it's like nicotine to black people, and black people have been running after the Democrats because they came waving government assistance. It's a lie. It's a lie. And it's a lie. Anybody who so Kanye West tweets, black people, are not all Democrats. Duh. We know that. How we know it? Because there are those of us who know how to read. There are those of us who know how to pick a book up. So we know that. So, Kanye, what's your point? See, Whitlock is wrong because black people did not flip to Democratic Party because of government handouts. It's because of civil rights. Well, civil rights. That's why. Nixon was not proactively endorsing civil rights in 1960. Don't believe me? Read the black man who he met with. Who was arguably the most prominent black Republican of his day. Do you know what his name was? Jackie Robinson. Read his book, I Never Had It Made. Jackie Robinson wrote his own book. He detailed how he think Nixon screwed up when it came to the black vote. Goldwater runs in 64. He opposes the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Guess what? Done deal. Done deal. Voting Rights Act is passed. Fair Housing Act is passed in 1968. Nixon runs a Southern strategy. It's been about race ever since. That's it. Not government checks. But see, here's the other deal. Narrative. So you get somebody black like Whitlock, who writes in the Wall Street Journal, oh, it's those government checks. That's why black people have flocked to the Democratic Party. Did you know that more than 50% of South Carolina's budget comes from the federal government? Matter of fact, I'm gonna check this right here. Which states get the biggest amount of federal money? See, when the Candace Owens and the Whitlocks and all those little people start with a narrative. Oh, blacks are getting those handouts. Really? Well, I'm looking at right here, 2018's most and least federally dependent states. That's what I'm looking at. And guess what? A lot of red states. It's a lot of red states. In fact, I'm looking at this piece by John Kiernan, senior writer and editor for Wallet Hub, March 20, 2018. And they break down different reasons. Most federally dependent states. Rank 1 equals most dependent. New Mexico, Kentucky is 2, red. Mississippi is 3rd, red. Alabama is 4th, red. West Virginia 5, red. South Carolina 6, red. Arizona 7, red. Alaska 8, red. Montana is 9, red. Louisiana is 10, red. Indiana is 11, red. You don't get to a blue state until you get to Oregon. Congressman Jim Clyburn of South Carolina. He has what is called the Clyburn Amendment, where he wants where any bill that Congress passes, 10% of all federal funds will go to the counties in America where 20% or more of the people have lived below the poverty line for at least 30 years. That's the criteria. Did you know that 2/3 of those counties are in Republican congressional districts? That means that the poorest people are living in Republican districts, which means that more than likely they're white, which means that they're receiving government assistance. So I need you to understand narrative. I need you to understand that the narrative is those black people, all they want those government checks. They're lazy. That's the narrative. But what are subsidies? Isn't that federal benefits? Isn't that welfare? Isn't research, R&D money, research and development for corporations? Isn't that welfare? Colin Powell said so at one of the Republican National Conventions and got booed. See, you have to understand. And see, here's the other thing that the Whitlocks of the world clearly don't know. Black people, you're so dependent upon government. But you do realize that for African Americans, we were not hired in corporate America. So therefore, of the jobs out there where you have that are six-figure jobs, that are high five-figure jobs, in government, African Americans hold a lot of those positions. Why? Because we were frozen out of the workforce, corporate America, due to slavery and Jim Crow. So when you hear Republicans say, reduce government, lay off people, disproportionately laying off African Americans. See, this is called context. Fox News doesn't want you to understand the context. In fact, no, they don't want their people to understand the context. Because their people then will have knowledge. That's what's going on here. And so as a result, you have folks who keep spreading this, they just want the benefits. They got their hands out. In fact, Candace Owens made that comment on Fox News. I've challenged her to show me the evidence. She yet to do so. Do you know why? Because it's by design. See, it gets somebody black who would trash black people. Oh, they love that. They love it. Because that's cover. Oh, no, we didn't say that. She did. We didn't say that. He did. We're just quoting them. But they can't present factual evidence. Please show me the benefit that only black people got. I'll wait. They can't. See, I need you to understand what's going on here. See, the fixation with plantation language. Oh, black people have always thought differently. Always. But see, here's what they don't want you to do. They don't want you to know that African Americans really are sophisticated voters. Oh, y'all all vote the same way. Black people have consciously thought of this. It's because the Republican Party, since Barry Goldwater, has not been fans of civil rights. In the song Glory, Common said, freedom is like a religion to us. See, there's some things that are non-starters with black people. Opposition to civil rights, non-starter. Suppressing the vote, non-starter. You can't come to black people and think they're going to vote for you if you are trying to keep them from voting. It's a non-starter. That's the difference. That's what they won't admit to. They don't want to talk about housing discrimination. They don't want to talk about discrimination in sentencing and death penalty cases. They don't want to talk about those things because then their true motives are being exposed. Now look, I've long said the Republicans should compete for the black vote. I've long said a Republican should not be afraid to do black media. But let me give you, see, game recognized game. So that little girl, Candace Owens. She's the director of urban engagement. What does that mean? What's urban engagement? Oh. She's gonna talk to black people. No. She's talking to white people about black people. That's the urban engagement. As I told you, game recognized game. You gotta understand narrative. You gotta understand trigger words, catchphrases, the talking points. Because see, when you hear it coming, you gonna know exactly what's coming your way. I do. I can spot it a mile away. It's easy to see. But see, they want you emotional. They want you to respond angrily. And see, this was my reaction to Kanye West. This is my reaction to most people who talk crazy. See, that's the game. And what I need you to understand is don't let anybody throw you off of your game and get you sideways when it comes to your purpose. Sunday, Poor People's Campaign launches 40 days of direct action across the country. Somebody saying, I'm wrong, some Void Nicholas. Well, if I'm wrong, say so. See, I know I'm right because this ain't my first rodeo. See, y'all, how much time you actually think mainstream media is going to give Reverend William Barber and his Poor People's Campaign? You could compare. I want you to do a comparison. I want you to compare the number of segments done on Kanye compared to how many they're going to do on Poor People's Campaign. See, I'm not distracted by Kanye's nonsense. There's a midterm election coming up. That's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on what candidates are saying. See, I'm focused on who DAs are going to be. I'm focused on those state senators, those state reps. See, that's what I'm focused on because you see, I don't care what album Kanye is coming out with because I'm not going to buy it. You can listen to that sucker with Papa John's Pizza. Two things I won't get. I don't care what Kanye goes and do. But I need you to understand is that promoting a pathology among African Americans is old as day. It's old. See, the Candace Owens, black people, you're big victims. You can't survive 398 and a half years of what black people have had to endure in America and be a victim. You can't. You can't look at land that was stolen from African Americans and look at how we were frozen out of capital, how we were frozen out of everything in this country and not be a victor, because we still standing. You got black folks falling asleep at universities and white Americans calling the cops on them. Really? The Starbucks, Waffle House. It's all happening in 2018. See, no, brothers and sisters, I'm about preparing ourselves with this. This is real estate that can never be sold, as Chuck D would say. 2043, majority of America will be people of color. The question is, are we going to be in position to take advantage of having that demographic power? Will it translate into economic power, into political power? See, that's the real question that folks don't want to have to confront. And so, y'all, let some rapper say some stupid stuff. You stay focused. Let some black conservative child who was a liberal 2 years ago who trashed black people, hold them accountable. But you stay focused. Let Jason Whitlock say nonsense in the Wall Street Journal and on Fox News, but he's the same one who was told Colin Kaepernick and others that they had their facts together. He needs to go do some reading too. But you stay focused. That's really what our job is. Don't get it twisted. Don't get confused. Stay focused. I am. And if any one of these shows want to break this thing down, I'm ready. I'm ready. You just pick up the phone. And for the rest of y'all, just mark your calendars. September 4th, 2018. Just mark your calendars. I have more to say later. Just mark your calendars. All right, y'all. I got to go. I got to get ready for this speech. I'm going to try to live stream it for you so you guys can check it out as well. But I just wanted to share those few things with you. And so I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Peace out.